Welcome back to Louisiana Football TV Magazine. We're going to have the buzz come up, and the buzz is going to be about LSU, talking about just my opinion on some recruiting needs for next year. Already shopping around, looking at maybe some needs that even the coaches obviously already know. But guys that we've watched play that I'm going to throw out and how they can help the punt game, punt returners. Remember Skylar Green? Remember Eddie Kennison? Remember Early Doucette? They need another player like that to set them up on midfield. It probably would have helped Jarrett Lee a little bit. It probably wouldn't solve all the problems. But we've got a state full of skill players, full of athletic skill players. There's always a guy you can sign to play punt return. And we're going to mention those guys. We'll mention about the best punter in the state. LSU loses their punter, Brady Dalfrey, from Karen Crow. They signed a junior college kid out of Kansas, but there's a punter out of Jesuit we'll talk about, and we're going to come up and talk about these guys any second now, and the buzz is coming up right now. The top punter in the state is Bo Moss from Jesuit. He's 6'4", 195, averages 42 yards a punt. Hang time, it doesn't roll 40, it goes 50 yards in the air. It reminds me of Donnie Jones, who went to Catholic High, plays for the St. Louis Rams. Special teams guys for punt returns. Darius Carey from Helen Cox. His uncle's Pat Riley, who was a first-round pick from the Miami Hurricanes, played for Archbishop Shaw back in the late 80s. His uncle's 6'6", 290, played 5 years for the Bears. Darius runs a 4.40, 5'11", 190, who would make a great punt returner. He's probably going to sign as a punt returner or a slot guy like Skylar Green. The other guy is Javon Lawson, his teammate, who's a wide receiver. Reminds me of Wendell Davis with speed. 6 foot, 180, has glue like Stickum from the old days. When you throw him a ball, he catches it. Javon's going to sign with any of the top D1 programs in the state, but he's got great hands. He can cut. He would be a great punt returner in the state. And also, and I want to mention in the buzz, the safeties. I think LSU lacks an intimidator in the defensive backfield at safety. They had LaRon Landry for a long time, and then Craig Steltz. They made that quarterback think twice about throwing. They made the running game think twice about running straight up the middle. And the tight end was always wondering who was going to knock him out the game over the middle, too. So I think Chad Jones might end up going there next year, switching to that position. Harry Coleman would be a good linebacker next year, too, who's a great hitter. Guys, Lynn, you remind me and look like a Harry Coleman. Do you ever watch Harry Coleman play for LSU? No? I mean, you're 6'1", right?
Yeah.
A little over 200 pounds, playing linebacker. And Lance, you're the big guy. Now, you control the D-line, the front seven. Lynn, what is it like to have this guy controlling and penetrating every play? Does it make your job really easy?
Yeah, make my job real easy. Just go and make the tackle.
I mean, and Lance, does he has your back every time, too, when you're penetrating the
Oh, yeah. He has my back
move
all
the quarterback out a little bit?
All the time.
Lance, I mean, you're a 5'11", 6-foot guy, about 268, you told me.
Yes, sir.
I think you're one of the great D linemen in the state. I mean, you're not they want him 6'2", 6'3", but Marlon Favorite's 6 foot, Booger McFarland's 6 foot. I know you watched Booger growing up with the Colts. You know, Glenn Dorsey's 6'1". So what do you feel about recruiting and your ability to go D1?
I personally, I really feel that it's not really based off the height, more or less pretty much whether you can play or not. If you do the things that those guys that are 6 foot, 6'3", all the things that they are able to do and do it better, I pretty much feel that it really is no point in that.
I watched you against Walker High School, and I was wanting to make a phone call to the Walker parents because I think they wanted their players off the field. You were tackling these guys with one arm, a half a finger. You were throwing them around. I mean, you were penetrating, outrunning their whole backfield outside. I mean, not a lot of D linemen go outside. Dorsey did it. The kid at Destrehan this year, Centimore, can do it. The kid at Mansfield, Chris Davenport. But, I mean, right behind them is you. I mean, and I had you on a night to promote how good you are, and you sound like you're a public speaker tonight too, right?
I personally, I know Chris Davenport. I know him. Been to a few camps with the guy. He's a real good player. I mean, I've done the same thing that he has done. It's pretty much been what. I haven't really been paying attention to a lot of other defensive linemen. I just give their props whenever they're put into place. But as it comes off, I pretty much get my drive off of hard work all the time.
Where do you get the explosion to go outside and chase those backs outside? You know, a lot of D linemen can't do. You see other D linemen; they don't go outside. They usually go up the middle. If the back comes, they chase them, they hit them. You're getting guys 7, 8, 9 yards outside. Where did you get that explosion from?
Pretty much from our weight room. Our coaches came in, established a real sound weight room program, pretty much, and we've been going at it, of course, with extra work on the side, running. There's a whole lot of things coming in.
Now, Lynn, is he on the staff too, or is he still in high school? Linebacker, a teammate that coach, not your teammate, but Herman Lathers last year was the older guy. You seen him sign with Tennessee.
Yeah.
Now, you're the older guy playing linebacker. What is it like being recruited and seeing Herman go to Tennessee off the same team?
It makes me feel that I can go somewhere big. You know,
You got a school in mind that you would want to go to?
not at the moment, but, you know.
Wide open?
Yeah, it's still open.
Now you move pretty good, too, outside. I mean, if Lance doesn't get them, which he gobbles up a lot of these guys, you get them.
Yeah.
So what is it like chasing and defending the pass? What do you find the difference between the run's pretty easy, it looks like. Now, the pass, do you like covering the pass, tight ends, receivers?
Sometimes, but not all the time. But, you know, I had to do it. Helps the team.
You'd rather just hit them against the
Yeah.
run? Now, so you'd rather be a middle linebacker for the next level. And Lance,
Yeah.
what school do you like? I mean, who's your favorite school? Not so much they're offering, but who do you like?
Is a whole lot of things. I really don't have a real favorite school. At one point in time, D lineman wise, I had to look hard at LSU because they had a lot of guys that you would say fit my situation with the height situation, as they call it. But right now, I have to say Alabama probably.
Alabama, okay.
They have a real nice D-line.
Now, D-line, how much do you bench? Because you look like you can grab a guy, like I said, one hand, you're throwing him down while you're running. I mean, you must be powerful in the power clean.
Yeah,
right?
I bench unofficially 450 right
450.
now. Right now, as it is. And power clean, I haven't really established that yet, but I'm assuming that I can get into the 300.
You do on the field, though. You do on the field. Look, I got some gifts for you, some LSU hats, whether you're going there or not. So that's from our sponsor, Co-op Bookstore. Look, wish you the best of luck against Denham Springs this week,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Lynn,
Yes, sir.
wherever you sign, I know you letting him be the politician tonight.
Yeah.
Say all that, but he took the pressure. You did a good job, Lance and Lynn. Good luck to you this year, the rest of this year. I know you got a chance to make it deep in the playoffs. We're going to have a great show next week. We've got Ro Brown, who's the voice of the New Orleans Saints. He produces the Saints TV shows every week in New Orleans. We might even have Randall Gay come down from the Saints and Devery Henderson. And we've got some other high school coaches and players every week. We'll let these guys come on and talk about what they're doing for the New Orleans Saints. That's next week. We'll see you next week on Louisiana Football TV Magazine.